Greetings, family, friends, and survivors. I only got a big box of apples and some bread, some from Gleaners, some from the stores around. When it gets close to the pull date, man, it's fancier bread than I could buy, that's for sure. But the stores donate it, and it goes out to the underprivileged people. So I'm taking a box of apples and a big box of bread to go feed some guys that are it's not really an alcohol and drug program. It's not like a 12-step thing, it's a one-step thing. We feed them, we share the gospel with them, we pray with them, they get born again, their lives change forever, and they don't go back to the dope. So I go down there on Tuesday nights and teach. What are you waiting for, boy? Oh. It's a great organization called U-Turn for Christ, and they're all over the country. And so I go down there and teach and work with them a couple different nights a week. And it's just really a blast. I love going down there. It's on a 160-acre ranch right on the river. It's a house with up to 30 guys in it. Great big old ranch house. And we just go down in the common room and get out the guitars and the Bible, and we pray. We go through the Word together and see the guys set free. So the 60-day is phase 1, and then phase 2 could be up to 8 months. And phase 2 is where they get jobs, they get their GED if they need it, they deal with all their legal stuff, and we get them on their feet until they're actually able to have sufficient employment, gainful employment, to be able to stand on their own. And so the stores, when something gets past the pull date, here's one from Winco Foods, and it's good bread, but I see, rather than giving it to the guys, I think I see a little spot of mold right there, so I'll pull that mold off, and this one's going to the chickens, and I'll bet they'll just love it. All right, put this big one on this side. Hi, ladies. When they're laying, we're careful what we feed them when they're laying real heavy. But they're all in molt, and egg production is down, and it will be for the next 60 days. I mean, we're coming up on the solstice, so I haven't forget you guys, ladies. These birds on this side are younger. They're happy. And so I've still got a lot of squash that I'm feeding them, because you can't keep all your winter squash. Some of it holds through the winter, but the spaghetti squash, it's pretty much 4 months is your window. And if it doesn't look like I'm going to eat it all, then I share it with them. And so you see some squash down here. And I pull up the different plants. They ate all the kale when the kale was played out, and the Swiss chard. There's one more Swiss chard plant over there. We pull it all up and throw it to them. And I'm not too worried about egg production right now and shell strength and all that stuff, because they're all in molt. They are in molt. So we're feeding them higher protein for the next 60 days and start building their feathers back and stuff. And then I'll decide which ones are going to go in the canner and which ones we're going to keep. All right. So we take eggs down there to the guys too. And it takes about, what did they say, 60 eggs to do breakfast. So I can't supply that many, but I do supply 1 day a week for them. And they really like it because the farm fresh eggs are just so amazing compared to a store-bought egg. So it's kind of like candy for them. They like that. Yep, gray and cold. Gray and cold weather. I dumped the ashes from the wood stove on this madrone stump and the stump disappeared. How about that? A big stump with 4 spires growing out of it, and it was caught it before it got rain soaked, and just cleaned the wood stove one time, dumped it on there, and it did a great job. Maybe that one's next. See how that goes. Anyway, hope you're all having a really blessed day. Just thought I'd share a little bit of bread with you. Bread and apples. All right. I got to get going. Have a blessed day.